welcome back to my channel and I hope you've all had an amazing day. Today we are back playing Dress to Impress and we're doing things a little bit differently today. Today we are going to be doing the rainbow challenge. But instead of doing a series like last time where each episode I did a different colour, this time we're just going to do every single colour in the same episode. So it's going to be a little bit longer than usual, so make sure you grab a drink, grab a snack and get buckled in. If you aren't already, please consider subscribing, it really helps me out. I post tons of Dress to Impress content and if you like this video, then you'll probably like some of my others. But without any further ado, let's get right into the video. Okay, so I've just hopped into a master server. We are fresh in and the first theme is old money. So for this theme, it has to be a completely red look. I will allow myself to use a little bit of white and a little bit of red if it needs it. I think I'm just going to go for this face and then I'm going to make the lips, I think, a darker red. Maybe something like this. Then I'm going to put my lashes on to about there. And then for the hair, I want something quite voluminous. So I'm going to go for this and I'm just going to keep this a dark brown like that. Maybe if I do this and just darken that a little bit. And then these only bangs and then darken it. And then this one and darken it. And then also this one, but move this over slightly to the side like this. There we go. And then we'll take some bangs. So we'll go for this one, but only bangs and make those dark brown. And then I've also really been loving the bangs from these, but just like this. And I think I'm going to position that upwards a tiny bit, just like that. And then do that and that. I actually think that's really cute. So for that actual outfit, we only have 4 minutes left, so I need to be a little bit quicker. I think I'm going to go for the Captain Scarlet top to start with, and I'm going to make this a super dark red. The accents, we can make them maybe like that, and the undershirt, let's go for a cute pattern. Maybe, I think that's a little bit too bright for what I want to go for. Maybe something like this could be quite cute. Jacket accents, we're just going to keep them quite light. I think I'm just going to go for a kind of goldy colour for those, to be honest. Maybe just like that. And then the chains will do the same. And then for the gem, we'll go for dark red. And then for the seashell, we'll go for a slightly brighter red like that. I think I'm also going to take this and just keep everything nice and red, just like that. And then I'm not sure whether I want to go for a skirt or pants. I'm leaning towards going for a long skirt, so I think I'm going to go for the withered rose skirt here, only the skirt. And then I'm going to bring this pattern into it there again. And then I'm going to make this a nice deep red, and the lace can be a little bit brighter. There we go. And then I'm going to use the moongazer skirt and train just like that. And then is that too much or is that okay? I feel like that's the right amount of pattern there. I feel like that's okay. There we go. And then I'm going to use the Sabrina tights, option number 3, and just make those dark red. There we go. And then I want a little bit more on the top, so I'm going to go for this and just option number 2. And I'm just going to make that slightly brighter and glittery, and then bring some red tones in through the top, just like this. There we go, and we have a minute left, so let's just accessorize real quick. I feel like this hat always gives me old money, so I'm gonna go for this, but I'm just gonna rotate it downwards a little bit and position it so that it's not clipping through the hair, just like that. It does look a little bit crazy from the side, but that's okay. And then for shoes, we're just gonna go for some pumps, make those a super dark red and then red on the bottoms. And then maybe if we add these and make these dark red, and then we could do with a bag really quick. So let's go for this and make this dark red, and then with some red accents like this, and keep the hardware champagne. I think this looks okay. So this is cute. It's just not giving me old money. I think it's really cute. I'm just gonna go for a 2 because I don't think it's on theme. Okay, this is the next one. This is giving me a little bit more old money, but it's not my favorite sort of look. I'm gonna go for a 2 for this one as well. Okay, this one is pretty. I'm gonna go for a 3 for this one. I like the fur, I like this coat. I'm not too sure on the jellyfish skirt and the leopard print around the belt. Still a cute outfit though, so we're going to vote it in the middle. This one is very pretty. This is more what I think of. I'm going to go for a 4 for this one. I know I have mentioned it in another video, but what do you guys prioritize when you're voting? Do you prioritize it being on theme, or do you prioritize it being a cute look? For me, it's got to be on theme for me to be able to vote it high. Okay, this is cute. I'm going to go for a 4 for this one. The face is really cute as well. And then this is ours. We are very red, but that is just our challenge. So I'm just going to do a little pose here. I think I am regretting using that kind of Harlequin sort of pattern there, but I still think it was cute. So this is pretty. There's a few elements I'm not too sure on, so I'm going to vote a 3 in the middle. I think this is just a little bit too messy for me, but it's still a really cute outfit. I still really enjoy it. This one is very pretty. Gonna go for a 4 for this one as well. And then this is the last one. It looks like this diva joins late, so we're just gonna give her a 1 and skip this one and move on, but I'm sure she'll give us something amazing to vote on next round. And this was the podium. We placed first. I am very shocked at that actually, so I'm just gonna say thank you. We came first with 24 stars. I do think this was a cute one. I liked this one. I'm going to keep the outfit on just so I can save it to my looks and then I can use it in my thumbnail. So our next colour is orange and the theme is childhood stories. I really wish that I'd have gotten red for this theme because a Little Red Riding Hood would have been so cute. But that's okay. So I'm just going to save this as red. There we go. And then I can take all of this off. So for our face, I'm not even sure, you guys. I think I'm going to go for this and make the lips a little bit more peachy. Maybe I have messed this up. I'm just going to put it back to how it was. There we go. We don't need to mess with that. I don't know what I want to do. I might just go for a princess. That might sound really boring. I'm really sorry, you guys, but I am a little bit stumped on what to do. Okay, so I'm going to take this, but just option number 5. I'm going to go for the magical girl top. I'm going to go for the sleeves as well. I'm going to take the pixie uwu top just for those chains. And then for the actual dress, do I go for a dress or do I go for a big long skirt? I feel like I'm going to go for a big long skirt. Maybe if I take this quest dress, stay with me here, guys. I take this, but only the ribbon. Anything in the Gaga set that can help me? No, not really. Maybe just the withered rose skirt again. Only the skirt? Like this? I feel like the magical girl top is doing a little bit too much now. Let's get rid of that, and let's get rid of the sleeves as well. You know what? I think this is actually really cute. Hair, let's go for this, but only bangs. Let's go for this, but only bangs, and bangs number 1. Let's go for this, but no bangs. And then this, but only bangs. I think this is quite cute. And then we'll add a little tiara. And I think this round will make her blonde. So we're going to do that and that. And we'll do, and then this and this. We haven't coloured this one. Brilliant. Let's do that and that. Let's start colouring the dress because we only have 2 minutes left. So yeah, I'm not quite sure what kind of tones I want to go for. I think I want to make it quite light and honestly quite peachy pastel. So let's do that and then add some more of this light colour in here. And then we can add some more of this colour. That's quite cute. For this dress, I think I want the bulk of it to be like that. And then let's add some of this and maybe this, but make this a little bit brighter. Let's go for this shade. And then for the withered rose skirt, we'll do a similar thing. So we'll do that, make that a little bit darker, like that. And then we can add this kind of burnt ochre colour here. We have 1.5 minutes left. We have time. We've got this. Let's add some more of these orange tones in here, and let's do that and then this. And then for the tiara, we can do this and then this. And then let's do that and that. You know what? I actually think this looks like, let's add this big chunky necklace and do that and that. We don't have any shoes on. Let's just add these pumps and do that and that. And then let's add some nail let's go for this. I actually think this looks really cute. Let's do that and then make that glittery. And then we can add these leaves, make them opaque and make those orange. I actually think this is so cute. I'm actually really liking this. Can we make this glittery? We can. I really wish you could texture this bow. And then let's add this one just for some extra detailing. Let's do that. I think this is so cute, you guys. I'm really happy with this one. This is cute. I'm gonna go for a 3. She hasn't said explicitly what she is, but I'm assuming it's a reference. And then this is ours. I'm really hoping they like it. Again, I think it's super cute. I like this one. Ooh, this is really pretty. I'm gonna go for a 4 for this one. I think it's super cute. And I think this is another Little Red Riding Hood. Really cute. I'm gonna go for a 4 for this one as well. I kind of wish she hadn't used these bear ears here. I can see where she was going, but I just think the look would have been a little bit better without. And we have another Little Red Riding Hood. This one is beautiful. I'm going to go for a 3 for this one. Again, I think the idea works. I think it fits. I just think the other Little Red Riding Hoods that we saw were just a little bit better, a little bit more impressive. This is cute. We've got Cinderella. I'm going to go for a 3 for this one. And then we have another Little Red Riding Hood. Again, I'm going to go for a 3 for this one. I just think the other Little Red Riding Hoods that we saw were just a little bit more impressive. And then this is the last one. We have another Cinderella. Cinderella joined late. I'm going to go in the middle with a 3 again. She joined late. I think if she had a little bit more time, it would definitely have been a higher voted outfit. I think she definitely could have got a 4 or a 5 with a little bit more time. This was the podium, our trio of Little Red Riding Hoods. They look so cute up there. We came forth with 25 stars, which was really good. And I think this one was really cute. I do like using the glitter in these types of outfits. And I think with this new body pass skirt, there's just a little bit more that we can layer with when we're making these long flowy dresses and flowy outfits. Our next color is yellow and our theme is ice cream date. So I'm going to really quickly hop over here and save our outfit just so I can use it for the thumbnail and save that. There we go. And then we can take all of this off. I actually think I want to use the same hair this time, so don't shout at me. I really want to use the same hair. I think it's really cute. So for the outfit, I'm thinking something quite casual. I'm thinking maybe this, and we'll go for pastel yellow on here, I think. Okay, and then let's add this top. Let's add this for option number 2. Let's go for the jellyfish skirt. Let's go for this for option number 5. In fact, let's go for option number 4 just to give us a little bit more to work with. Let's get all of this coloured. Let's get rid of that as well. So, and let's go for this, and then let's go for this. And then for this top, I do want to pattern it. Let's see if we can find any yellow patterns that work here. Maybe these bananas, or in fact, let's use this one. I think this is quite cute. Oh, no, actually, let's use this one. And let's use that on the hat as well. That is super cute. For the skirt, let's do the first layer, this pastel color. Let's do the second layer, this checkered color. And then for the lace, we can make this a super light pastel yellow. And then for this skirt underneath, you know what? Let's go for the bananas. I said it as a joke, but you know what? Let's go for it. So we've gone for that, and then I definitely want to take the belt from the Wild West set. So let's do this, option number 2, and let's just adjust this slightly. Let's go up here, scale it down, and then position just outwards slightly, just like that. Does that look stupid? Maybe a tiny bit. Let's adjust this a little bit more, maybe a little bit more upwards, like this, and scale it down a little bit more. I think that works better. Then I kind of want to rotate that like that. Let's color this and just make this, or should we pattern this? Maybe. I don't really have time to be doing this, but we're doing it anyway. Let's do that and position that downwards a bit like that, just so it sits a little bit nicer. There we go. And then let's go in here. And I want to take the code item. Let's do that. Just make that pastel yellow. You can't really see it, but that is okay. Let's go to the summer items, and let's take these bangles. Where is the ice cream? Is it out here? Oh, it's on here. Cool. So for the cone, we'll keep it as it is. I have messed that up. Let's get rid of that and pick up again. Cool. And then for the ice cream, we'll go for this, and we'll go for these tights, and we'll make these a pastel yellow. And then I think we'll also take the magical girl shoes, and we'll go pastel yellow here as well. I think I'll go pastel yellow and white. So we'll do that, and then that is already pastel yellow, so that works really well for us. I did not mean to come out of there. Let's take these sleeves, let's make those sheer, and let's make those pastel yellow. And then maybe the glasses, and we'll put them just slightly down the nose like that. Maybe let's take this and make this yellow, and maybe make that glittery. And then we have a little bit of time for some accessories, so maybe we'll go for this and make that checkered color, and then maybe some earrings and make those a really light yellow. I think this is actually really cute. Let's save this. I did not have time. We'll save it next round, it's okay. So we are up first. I do think we look pretty cute. I do like this one. And people are saying we ate, which is really kind of them. I don't think it's my favorite look, but I think we look quite cute. This is super pretty. I'm gonna give this one a 4. I love the colors that she used. I love the face, I love the hair, I love everything about this one. Oh my gosh, I completely forgot about this new item. I'm gonna give them a 5 because they are a duo, and I do always tend to vote duos a little bit higher because they're at a disadvantage, but I think they look really cute. Then we have this one. This is super cute. I love the color theme she's gone for. I'm gonna go in the middle with a 3. This is cute. I love the little strawberries on the shoes. I'm gonna go for a 3 or a 4. Then we have this one. I love this one. I think it's very soft, very delicate, very girly. The hair is really cute. The clips in the hair are really cute. I'm gonna go for a 4 for this one. And then this is the last one. Very bold, very colorful. I love it. I'm gonna give this one a 4 as well. And this was the podium. We placed second, which was very surprising. Once again, I'm gonna say thank you in the chat. We came second with 30 stars. The votes in this server are looking really good. I do wonder whether they figured out that I'm doing a challenge yet. Probably, considering I've already done red, orange, and yellow. The next color is green, and our theme is nightmare. I think we can do something cool here. So let's go and save this outfit real quick. Let's save that as yellow. There we go. And let's take all of this off. Let's go straight over to makeup, and I think I'm going to use this as a base, but I'm going to change it up. So let's do this and just make this green, and then let's make this a little bit more green. Let's make this a little bit darker and more green, and we'll do the same here as well. There we go. And then the nose, we definitely need to darken. There we go. And then the lips, we'll do the same. So we'll do that, and then this. And then for the actual skin tone, I think I'm gonna make it a little bit more of a swampy green, like that. I'm happy with that. I think that looks okay. So for the hair, let's go for this only bangs number 3. Let's go for this, but slightly to the back. Let's go for that one really flowy animated hair. Let's do that, and then we're gonna go for black for this hair, I think. So let's do that, and then let's color and that, and then we'll do that and that. And then I'm also gonna use the Captain Scarlet hair. So we'll use this one, and we're just gonna put it back ever so slightly. There we go. I think it needs to go back a little bit more actually. Just like that. Let's go for the bat wings, and we're gonna make those a really dark green, and we're gonna make those like a light silk. And then we're gonna take this as well, super dark green here, and I'm gonna save that dark green there actually. And then we're gonna make the rest a little bit more of a light green, so that we can see that it's meant to be a green look. What else can we add here? Let's add these. This could be quite cool, and we'll do that and that. And then let's add and make this a dark green and give a green gem. Let's go for these, but just the sleeves, and make these green. Let's go for this, but just the top. I will add that as well. I think that works. Let's go for that but dark green. Let's go for this but a little bit brighter green. Let's add this underneath. I haven't used this yet, so I thought this was a good opportunity. Let's also maybe even add this but with no feathers, and let's go dark green, and let's make that silky, and then add some more greens in there. We're getting somewhere. Let's go for these and make those dark green and then green underneath. Let's go for this. I haven't done this in a while, so bear with me. Let's scale it down, position that down, and position it inwards. Scale it down a little bit more. You know what? I think that works. I think that looks okay. Let's throw this on for some extra green. There we go. And I do want to add some more detail to the top. So let's add this. And do we have any green patterns we can throw in here? Maybe this, and then let's do this and this, and maybe let's use this, and that green doesn't really work there. Maybe let's go for this and light silk that. Let's go for this, but just the cage skirt. No, I don't think that works. That's okay. Let's go for these, but make those dark green like that. There we go. And then we can add these, but put them slightly further back and make those dark green. I think this looks quite nightmarish. I would be quite scared if I saw this. We are very green. I don't know what we're doing here. I've used a different kind of pose. It's a new pose. Don't really like it. I kind of regret doing that. This is really cute. Definitely, again, looks nightmarish. Gonna go for a 4 for this one. This is pretty cool. I'm gonna go for a 3 for this one. She said siren look. I can see that. So I'm gonna go for a 3. But this is cool. I'm gonna go for a 4 for this one. I was gonna go 3 or 4. I'm just trying to base it kind of purely off the outfit. This is cool. I'm gonna go for a 3 for this one. The detailing on the face is really creative. I do really like that. I just wish the outfit had a little bit more going on. I'm not quite sure what this one is. I'm just gonna skip past this one. We have the default skin and a lot of uncolored items just thrown on. Oh, this is cool. I'm gonna go for a 3 or a 4 here. This one is cool. There's just a little bit too much going on with the hands there, so I'm gonna go for a 3 in the middle. Didn't have much time. That's absolutely fine. I'm gonna go again. I'm gonna go for a 3 in the middle here. I think the face is really cool for this one. I just wish she'd had a little bit more time to finish the outfit, and I'm sure that she would have given us something incredible. This was the podium. We placed 3rd. Say thank you in the chat. We came 3rd with 23 stars, which I think is pretty good. I like this outfit. I think it came out okay. That we definitely could have added more, but I think it was okay. I think we did all right. I am really trying to get better at more of the horror themes. I'm trying to learn the hacks and stuff to make the horror elements. Like this, I can never quite do perfectly. I think it definitely added to the look today. So the next color is blue, and our theme is Skinwalker. I'm not sure how we're gonna do a blue Skinwalker. Oh, I have no idea. I don't even know how to do a Skinwalker. Let's first of all save this. Green, there we go. Am I going to regret this? I'm going to search up Skinwalker in Pinterest. Am I going to scare myself? I have scared myself. Let's close that tab. Let's get rid of all this. And for our face, I'm going to use this as a base. For our eyes, I'm going to go for this and just make those black. And then let's do blue there and like dark blue, and let's leave the bottom one really pale. I'm gonna go for this and some kind of blue contour, and then I guess we could add some of these elements here. There we go. We could go for this and then maybe like this. I don't know, you guys. I'm just adding things. Maybe this. I don't know. No idea. For the hair, I don't think we really need much hair, to be honest. I'm gonna go in the masculine section, and I'm not even gonna really layer it. I think I'm just gonna go for something like this and maybe push this back and make this dark blue like that, and then maybe something like this and make this dark blue as well. And then from what I've seen, maybe these would work, and let's make those blue this on? I have no idea, you guys. I'm lost. I need someone to come pick me up immediately. I'm gonna go back to the scary tab and let's type that in again. This is gonna give me nightmares. I don't like this. Let's do that and that. Let's do this and rotate this like this and scale it down to about there. Again, let's make that pretty close to the skin tone that we're doing. Let's go for these, and again we're going to make those pretty close to the skin tone like that. Let's maybe take this. I know it isn't strictly on theme, but that's okay. It gives us this little bone detailing here, which is quite cool. I'm lost and I need assistance immediately. We have nothing on at all. Let's do that, and then we'll do the same on here and that. I really wish we had the Halloween walk pack. That would have been so cool here, but we don't, unfortunately. I don't want these because that covers up the boots. Just go for heels. A skinwalker in heels, why not? They don't really work here either. I have no idea what I'm doing. I have no clue at all. Let's do that. And then anything we're going to add around the neck. Let's go for this, but the old one, and make that a slightly darker blue. Let's go for this and do that. Let's go into here. Let's add the Captain Scarlet boots, but only the belts. And let's do that and that. There's not really much else I want to add here. I know there's going to be some really cool outfits, so I'm just preparing myself for that. So let's do that and I don't know, lights up that maybe. I'm preparing myself for the really cool ones. But this is our blue skinwalker. I've kind of gone with like Wendigo inspired. Oh, I did not mean to do that. Let's do this. Why not? There we go. This is cool. I'm gonna go for a 3. The face is scary. Guys, this is actually freaking me out a little bit. So this is the person that chose the theme. I hope you guys like the theme and my outfit. That is really scary. I'm gonna go for a 5. I really don't like it, but it's really good. Then we have this one. I go for a 4 here. We have this one. I'm gonna go for a 4 for this one as well. This is cool. She's gone for a very different approach. I like it. I'm gonna go for a 4 for this one. This is really cool as well. I'm gonna go for a 5 for this one. This again, super cool. Gonna go for a 4. And then we have this one. I'm gonna go for a 4. I just wish that this skirt was colored. I think that would have been really good if we'd have got everything colored in time. And then this was the last one. I'm gonna go for a 3 for this one. A lot of effort behind it. I just don't think that it's super on theme, but at the same time, it was a very difficult theme. And if you don't know what that is, it can be really rough. We placed on the podium. I'm gonna say thank you. Someone said all unfair. In third with 21 stars. I think that that podium was pretty good. I think that the people on there deserve to be on there. I'm not saying that I deserve to be on there, but I think our look was okay. I think our outfit was okay. Considering we had to use blue, I think we did okay. So the next color in the rainbow is indigo, but we are just going to use purple, and then where violet would usually be, we are going to do pink. So the next color is purple, and our theme is aquatic. If only we'd have gotten this for blue, that would have been so cool. For purple, I still think is totally doable. I'm just claiming my body pass real quick. Wasting time, I know. Let's hop straight in here, and I feel like just doing like a purple mermaid look. Let's save that. That is not how you spell blue. There we go. And let's take all of this off. There we go. And let's do our face. So I think we're going to do this and make the eyes purple. And then for the mouth, we can do something like that. And then we can go for something like this. That could be quite cool. And then let's make this just all a little bit more purple like that. Let's say we get rid of that, and let's make this a little bit darker. There we go. And maybe make this a little bit more purple. For the eyes, let's make that shading purple as well. And then we just need to change the nose a little bit. Maybe if we do that, I actually quite like that little line down it. I'm gonna go straight here, and I'm gonna take the Captain Scarlet hair, and I'm gonna position it backwards just a little bit like that. And then I'm gonna go for a dark midnighty purple for this. Then I'm gonna take this one. I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna add some light purple pieces in there as well. Yeah, and then back to the feminine side, I'm gonna do this, and we'll do that and that, and I think that'll do. Okay, I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna make it like a grayish purple and add some darker purple gems, and then we'll take this mermaid tail and we'll make that super dark there, and then some lighter lavender pieces, and then I think we can also add the other mermaid tail as well. There we go, let's do that. It just adds a little bit more texture. I do really like doing this. Let's go back to our codes. Let's add this, but just the top. Let's add this as well. We'll make the chains like that and then make that darker. The pixie ooh top. Someone is jumping on our head. Let's do this and then make this shiny, and then add some purple there and some dark purple there. Oh my god, we're gonna add a third mermaid tail. Let's add all the tails. Why not? And then we can also add these. Let's do that and then maybe this. I can't even see what that is. Let's add this and let's get it down a little bit. And we're going to do the same as before. We're going to make it lighter and then add darker accents. Let's do this, but the top only, and let's use this pattern and make that glittery. It doesn't make it glittery, that's okay, never mind. Let's do this and make this light with some dark pieces. And you know what? We actually could maybe use this. This could be quite cool here. Let's do this and then add some lighter pieces and some more purple for the trim. And then for the gem, let's do that light. And then let's do this, but then let's rotate this underneath and then scale that down and make that super dark. There we go. Let's take these, but just the sleeves, and make those really dark. And I can't move. Let's do this, only the chains. And we'll make those dark purple. There we go. And then maybe, no, I don't like that. Let's take that off. Let's do this, option number 2. Add this dark purple pattern, make that shiny. Let's add this and make this purple here, and then dark purple for the edges. Let's add this, but without the cape. We'll do really dark purple for the edge. We'll make this a light color inside and light silk it, and then we'll do dark purple for the detailing. Let's add this big chunky necklace. We'll make that light with some dark purple pieces. You know what? I think we'll look okay. Our purple mermaid, she looks pretty good in my humblest of opinions. We have 10 bajillion tails on. I don't really want to pose either because it kind of ruins the mermaid vibe. Our nails are not colored either, but it's kind of the usual for us. This walk terrifies me. I really don't like it. I'm gonna go for a 4, I think. This is really cute. I'm gonna go for a 3. Seaweed and jellyfish inspired. Oh, I do like this one. I'm gonna go for a 4. Then we have another mermaid. She looks gorgeous. I'm gonna go for a 5 for this one. This is pretty cool. I'm not entirely sure what's going on back here. I'm gonna go for a 3. And this one is super cute too. I'm just not sure if it's giving me aquatic, so I'm gonna go for a 3 for this one. And then we have this one. She looks super cute. I'm gonna go for a 4. And then this diva looks like she has joined late, so we're just gonna skip over this one, and I'm sure she'll give us something really cool the next round. And this was the podium. We placed 3rd. Let's put thank you in the chat. We came 3rd with 27 stars. Guys, the voting in this server has been pretty good. The whole session, I've been recording for over an hour, and you've seen every single round that we've done, and the voting's been really good. I'm gonna swim around the lobby a little bit. Maybe, no, I can't do that when I'm walking, let alone when I'm swimming. So our last color is pink, and our theme is Corpse Bride. So let's go and save this purple outfit. I'm a little bit nervous for this one. So let's save that. There we go. And let's take all of this off. For the face, I think I'm going to use this as my base. And let's just change it up a little bit. So we'll go for that, and we'll make that a little bit darker. And then for this, let's make that a bit darker, maybe like that. There we go. And then let's just make everything just darker, I think. There we go, and let's do a little bit too dark. You know what, actually, I don't think it is. I think that works. And I think if we do this and maybe this, and then the brows can be darker as well, I actually think that works. Let's go for this, and we're gonna make a nice big long dress. So let's take this and let's hop in here. Okay, we're gonna have to be a little bit quicker than usual here. So let's take the withered rose skirt and only the skirt. In fact, no, we're gonna just go for the default for this. And then we're gonna take this from the body pass. That looks cute. I think instead of this, we're gonna go for this, but we're gonna go no feathers. I'm also gonna take the sleeves from that same set and maybe even this as well. Is that a bit too much using every item? I don't know. It's fine. Let's take the Captain Scarlet hair again and position that back a little bit. And we're going to make that a super dark pink. This, I think we're going to cover the face with. So we're going to do this and leave that as it is. And then position that to about there. And then we're just going to make it nice and dark. So you can still see through it. Let's do that. And then let's light silk that bow. And then for the dress, what pink patterns do we have to work with? This works really nicely. Let's do that. And let's light silk that. And then for the trim, let's add some lighter pinks. And for the feathers, let's make those nice and dark. For this, let's go for this. And then we'll go for this. And then we're gonna add some lighter pink for the detailing there. For these sleeves, let's throw this pattern back in here, and then for the trim, let's do that, and then let's do that actually. The withered rose dress, let's do this, and then some of this, maybe this. Let's do that, and then this. It's coming together, and then we have this to do, so let's go for this, and then let's just add these darker pinks in here. Keep the feathers nice and dark, keep the gem nice and light. There we go. Let's go for these for the hands, and let's go kind of a light pink on there. I'm just gonna add the other flowy, no actually it doesn't move, it's the same rhythm, so let's not do that. Let's do this and just make that same color. You can't really see it past the veil anyway, so I don't think we need to do too much work on there. Let's just go for the pumps and make those dark pink and do that. And then let's accessorize. So let's add this and let's do that and that. And then let's also add these and make this dark and make this light. Okay, and then maybe let's even add this, but just the cage skirt. And let's make this a little bit of a lighter pink. I think that actually works. It clips a little bit, but it works. And then let's even add a little tiara. Why not? I didn't get to colour it. That's okay. It's fine. The rest of the outfit is still cute. Let's do this. I think this is actually really cool. This is really cute. I love the colour theme she's gone for. I'm going to go for a 4. I think the obvious easy option for the theme is to do the Tim Burton Corpse Bride. I just love when people do something a little bit different. Okay, this is pretty cool. I'm gonna go for a 3 for this one. And then we have this one. Again, I love this one. I'm gonna go for a 4 for this one. And then we have this one. We have a couple of different hairs clipping. That's okay. I'm gonna go for a 3, I think, for this one. Well, this one is cool. I love how this almost looks like ribs. I'm gonna go for a 4 for this one. And then we've used the bone here. I think I'm gonna actually go for a 5. I really like this one. I just love the attention to detail, like that little hack in the middle where it looks like ribs. That was really cool. This is cool. I think this is gonna get... Diva, I can't see your outfit if you keep moving. I'm gonna go for a 4 for this one. I was trying to look at it, but she kept moving, so I'm just gonna give it a 4. This one is cute. She says she didn't finish. That is totally fine. I'm sure it would have been even more amazing if she had finished. So we're going to vote in the middle just with a 3. And then this one is really beautiful. I'm going to go for a 5 for this one. The Glamour Elite is giving us Glamour Elite. This was the podium. We placed second. Just going to say thank you. Came second with 33 stars. That's kind of crazy. I kind of want to carry on playing in this server. I can't lie. Let's change this tiara real quick to the way it should have been. Let's just do that, and then maybe this. There we go. But that is all for today's video. I really hope that you enjoyed this rainbow challenge. We got a couple really interesting themes there, including the custom ones. So let me know what you thought. What was your favorite color? What was your favorite look? And have you tried this before? Let me know in the comments below. But I will see you all next time. Bye guys.